And this is another episode of Sipping with the Wine Fox. I'm Kerry Kirkham, and today I want to talk about what happens when you get a sucky wine, a wine that you don't like, especially one that you paid a lot of money for. Now, if it smells or tastes like wet cardboard or moldy books, I hope you kept your receipt and can return it at the place of purchase. But let's say it's a wine you just don't like. For instance, I have this $50 Napa Cab that I bought. I bought this $50 Oakville Cab, and I opened it up 2 days ago, and it was just like prune juice and Smirnoff. So I put it in my decanter, tasted it yesterday, nope, tasted it today, it's a little better. I just don't care for it. It still tastes fruity, and there's a term called flabby. When you hear people say flabby, what that is it lacks acidity, so when you drink the wine, it's almost like Robitussin. It just lands flat on your tongue like there's nothing there. There's no acidity. So I'm looking at the wine going, what does it need? What can I do to make it palatable? And various Latin American countries do this, and don't knock it until you try it. But I'm going to fill this with my wine, my $50 Oakville Cab. Would have made good glue wine too, spiced wine. So I got that on the rocks, right? I'm watching my sugar intake, so I drink Coke Zero. I'm gonna do Coke Zero. There we go, a little bit of Coke Zero. It's like a 50-50 ratio. Then, since the wine's flabby, it lacks acidity, I'm going to go for a squeeze of lemon. Orange would be good, lime would be good, but all I had was lemon, and so some days you got to work with what you got. So I'm going to squeeze that lemon in there. Then I'm going to kind of run it around the rim. Get a nice little thing here. And it needs even a little more help. It could use some more spice. I got a little cinnamon stick I'm going to stir it all together with. And just because I'm feeling festive and it's my Monday today and I just need a little bit of color, I'm just going to put a little lemon in there just because it looks pretty. And that is much better. That's actually delicious. My husband's sitting right here. What do you think of that? First off, I want to give a shout out to a former sommelier colleague of Rob Jenkins. Rob Jenkins has an excellent palate, and when I told him about this wine, he was spot on in his recollection of how it tasted. But, hey Rob, how's it going? So what did you think of this? Good? It's good, right? So you can do this with any red wine or white wine that you don't care for. Let's say you open up a white wine. You can put ginger ale in it, 7-Up, club soda, chopped up fruit. Just as long as it doesn't have a really horrible flaw like it's corked, or if it has something called Brettanomyces, which makes it smell like a sweaty horse or old socks or something like that. But if it's just a wine you don't care for, think, what does it need? And in my thought, it needed acid and it needed spice. And this is actually delicious. And I'm having a $50 glass of Coke Zero and an Oakville Cab. I'm not so mad anymore. It's actually really it's delicious, isn't it? It's really good. So anyway, another episode of Sipping with the Wine Fox, and this is news you can use. Cheers!